Yeah.
Hey yo, man, it's your time. And fuck poverty.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Phil and Leroy the Judgmental Podcast.
What's up, everybody? This your boy Phil.
And I'm Leroy. So we going to Atlanta, Georgia, and here we go again, Phil. We got Naomi Anthony, a nurse at Fulton County Jail, smuggled drugs and had a relationship with an inmate. This is a new story. This ain't. There's not nothing old that we already covered. Here's the report.
A contractor who worked as a jail nurse is under arrest tonight. Investigators say she confessed to having a romantic relationship with an inmate and
Them eyes look crazy.
smuggling contraband into the Fulton County Jail. Channel 2's Michael Seiden broke the story on WSBTV.com. Joining us live now in Northwest Atlanta.
Did you seen that 120 hours in jail?
Yeah, I was just
right?
thinking about her.
Yeah. And she said, "Well, I already been forgiven. Who forgave you?"
God, that's about it. And God in her mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. When she said that, I was like, what is she talking about? She in jail.
Well, I already been forgiven.
These girls throw away their career in a heartbeat for these fucking convicts. I just don't understand it. And it seemed like it happens so much. You got to assume that damn near every female in jail is fucking an inmate.
Yep. That's why I don't understand why they let these women be in prison, being COs in a man's jail or prison.
Wearing them tight ass pants with that ass all poking out and all these men around, horn dogs.
Right.
They didn't touch the female, whatever. And they got all day and every hour of the day to think of the smoothest lines to crack on a girl.
Right. You and the woman is sitting around all day, and when they wear them pants, they got them little big old buffalo asses walking up and down that jail cell. I'm thinking about the lady that worked in that jail too when I said buffalo asses.
Oh, I know.
I'm talking about the CO, but she was like doing everything.
Yeah, her
she
big
was like
old ass butt. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
She was like a secretary.
Yeah, jack of all trades.
Yep. They all had them little big old asses, and they just walking up and down, and them dudes are staring. Like you said, the pants is already tight anyway. Come on now. Why in the world would they allow these women to be? It's almost like they setting them up.
And some of these girls was never like the it girl, the fly girl, where all the guys wanted them. So now you're a CO, and every guy in the jail was cracking on you. So it inflates their ego and make it think like they so fly and shit like that. When they really not, dudes just trying to fucking bust some ass and fucking get them to smuggle some shit in.
Mm-hmm.
If he cared about you, he wouldn't set you up like that to lose everything and go to jail with him.
Mm-hmm.
And with how authorities, Michael, say this investigation began with a note.
Yeah, George, investigators tell us it was another nurse that actually found a handwritten note that
The other nurse didn't dime her out.
Tonight, we're getting a closer look at some of that.
She already didn't like her. Now she got the fucking keys to get rid of her.
Yep.
To the felony charge.
A ring, a gold chain, and a bottle of perfume. Investigators say these gifts were not just tokens of affection, but evidence of a secret romantic relationship inside the Fulton County Jail. Former nurse contractor Naomi Anthony's under arrest and charged with a felony after authorities say she confessed to having a relationship with this man, an inmate, Antoine Gray, who's been in custody since police arrested and charged him in 2024 in connection with multiple child sex crimes.
Oh, shit. Now he's a damn pedophile. You've got to be insane.
Investigators say the two met while Anthony was working inside the jail and that the alleged relationship appeared to be getting serious before her arrest.
Had gone out and purchased herself, and
now she already know he's a pedophile because them other convicts, they supposed to not deal with pedophiles. I don't know. You never know. Rules may change now. Hell, look, snitching is a part of the norm now. So I don't know. Maybe they intertwine with pedophiles now. I don't know, but you're not supposed to.
I always thought they kept those type of people away from everybody else.
Right. So she probably already know that what he did, and she's still sitting around and messing with this dude.
inmate matching wedding rings.
So were they planning on getting married?
I have not delved into that just yet.
He wasn't marrying her
The case
ass.
broke open when someone came across a handwritten note inside the jail. According to court documents, the note described plans to
And my man sound like he just tired.
bring
You
drugs.
can't believe the bullshit.
Right. But he's always on here all the time talking about the
He's
same
dealing
shit.
with a lot of bullshit.
Get rid of
Stop
them
hiring
women.
them.
Right, exactly. Get rid of them women.
And see, I tell my wife that all the time about certain jobs I wouldn't hire female. Oh, she's like, oh, you can't discriminate like that. I said, well, I wouldn't tell them. I'll let them come in and interview, and then I'd be like, all right, well, thanks. We'll keep you in notice, but we found somebody else to fill the position. And I just keep doing that. I hire like one old lady just to make my quota and shit. I got this real old ass lady in here, and that's it. And then everybody else will be men.
Along with sexual activity inside a nurse's station. Authorities say the note also referenced a payment totaling $1,300 made through Cash App to Anthony.
Someone noticed something irregular in terms of the nurse's behavior, in terms of how she and or was moving.
Earlier,
Oh, I want to know how her behavior changed.
It probably was somebody that was trying to crack on a clean cut brother up in there, CO. He don't get no play, but you giving this fucking pedophile some play, I'm telling.
I mean, facially wise, she not bad looking, but she got them damn scary eyes that'll like stab
It
you in the
just
chest.
look like she didn't get no sleep. That's why she look like that. She's pretty. If she do her hair and get herself to put some little bit of makeup on, some lipstick, she'd be fly. But I bet you that's what it was, a regular CEO, but he was too square because she wanted the fucking thug dude that's behind bars. Don't matter that he a pedophile.
this month, investigators say they received an anonymous tip claiming Anthony was hiding marijuana on her body to avoid detection by jail scanners and using an iPhone to communicate with McRae. When investigators questioned her, authorities say Anthony tried to hide her phone, but eventually admitted she started the relationship in October.
She's a goddamn idiot. And it's embarrassment to your family. Like, you did all this shit, just now you jammed up like this.
Yep.
Jail today, we actually saw a new security scanner that was getting ready to be installed. Just another reminder that Sheriff Labatt is not messing around when it comes to keeping contraband out of his jail. Also, that suspect.
Well, wait a minute. I thought drones was flying over and dropping contraband.
They gonna get a scanner that's going to show everything: the titties, the ass, everything.
Yep, like the airport scanner.
She did waive her first court appearance. A judge set her bond at $5,000. The last check, she remains behind bars. We're live in North.
All that shit, she can't get 5,000 up.
Right. And it's 10% of that, or do you have to pay the whole 5?
I think 5,000 is probably the 10% or whatever the big fucking bill is.
Oh, okay.
But shit, you a CEO, you can't get that. You can't ask nobody because ain't nobody paying you.
A nurse.
Oh,
she
I'm
wasn't
sorry,
a
a nurse.
Yeah.
But she had the bread. Well, she should have had the bread. She probably gave it all to my man.
Yep. So we going to Los Angeles, California. Larchmont, a ritzy LA neighborhood, is plagued with used condoms at the rampant prostitution happened just feet away from family homes. Here's the report.
Swear, a family-friendly community now becoming a living nightmare. Residents in Larchmont Village say it's all because of rampant prostitution.
That's a nice suburban area too, huh?
Yeah.
Often takes place just a few feet from their homes.
And they say it is getting worse despite their pleas to police for help. KTLA's Rachel Menitoff is live from Larchmont Village with the story. Rachel?
Share, Rick, people tell us that oftentimes an entire block will be filled with parked cars where people are engaging in sex, and then they'll throw out their trash and used items onto the street.
They're used condoms. They ain't no trash.
This has actually been happening for many years, but lately it seems to be escalating.
Well, damn, they've been hoeing around here.
That's the strip.
During the day, this Larchmont neighborhood is picturesque.
It's cool in the daytime, but at night, that's where everything go down.
All you gotta do is put floodlights on your house. When somebody fucking pull up and them like bright ass lights come on, they'll fucking get the fuck out of there.
Yes.
Homeowners say it's when the sun goes down that things become sketchy and the unwanted encounters begin.
They're taking advantage of a human need in a disgusting way.
Larry says
he didn't partake. He didn't partake.
A human need.
Right.
He often wakes up to this, a woman barely clothed walking across the street.
And I bet you he'd be sitting here in his chair like, damn.
Drinking his coffee like, oh shit, whistling and shit.
You're like, God damn.
She bold as shit. Daytime and she walking around with her ass out like that.
Yep.
Used condoms, sanitary napkins, tissues, and all kinds of remnants from illegal sex trafficking and prostitution.
I have to come out in the morning and scoop up used condoms with semen coming out of them. You can't imagine how.
He out there to see that naked girl in the morning. That's what he out.
And to be.
Well, I have to admit, I'll be sitting there. I don't drink coffee.
Oh, I'll be sitting there drinking my coffee in the morning. Sitting right at the big window.
Yep. I'm like, oh shit, it's going. It's going down, and I'll be sitting right there, like, God, look at this girl on her ass right here. Hey, look, I'll be doing it, but I don't drink coffee though. But I sure be looking at them.
Able to have to do it every day. It's really quite remarkable.
Occasionally, sometimes it's violent. The sex workers and Johns are getting in fights with each other. They're screaming at each other. They're getting physical with each other.
Other nearby neighborhoods impacted are St. Andrews Square, Windsor Square, and Koreatown. Karen Gilman says police advised them not to intervene. So instead, they've put up these signs letting the Johns and the pimps know they're on camera. And neighbors are recording their license plates and sending them over to LAPD.
Wherever there's darkness and wherever there's space for a car to park.
Look at Karen. Karen is Karen. That's what they need to do, like you said, with the floodlights, and they also, if they have brighter lights with street cameras, they wouldn't be coming around there like that.
But just because you send a license plate, you still need to be able to prove like they're doing what you're saying they're doing. Just because you like their license plate don't mean shit. Because I can hate you as a coworker and just give them your license plate and say, hey, he was parked over there too.
Yep.
You gotta have proof. You know what I mean?
Well, Karen is Karen. Karen doing her thing.
Even if there's parking permit restrictions posted, it really doesn't matter. They want to do their thing.
I could be going over there to see a friend, and I won't have a parking pass. I'm just going to park.
Council member Hugo Soto Martinez says he has created a multi-agency task force, which includes a partnership with the nonprofit organization Journey Out, which helps victims of sex trafficking. They are going to be patrolling these streets at night, and apparently so is LAPD.
Girls ain't no victim. They need to stop saying that. Them girls are doing what they want to do.
The very latest tonight in Larchmont. I'm Rachel Menitoff. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Did you see this was a while ago when I sent you with the I guess he's one of them YouTubers, like them streamers. I'm not calling them YouTubers. I guess you would call them streamers now. When he picked that girl up on that what's the strip on the famous strip in California where all them girls be walking with bikinis on and all that stuff. And he picked her up and took her out.
Is it like Hialeah Ave or something?
No, it's not Hialeah Ave. You close. I think Hialeah Ave is San Francisco, if I'm not mistaken.
I know that's one of them strips they always show.
Yeah. And he took her out on a date. She was nice looking too. And he drove up and picked her up. She got her ass out. Boy, I wish I can find that. She had her ass out, and he had took her like on a date or whatever. And he was about to go to the hotel with her, but she called her pimp. See, she had to tell her pimp, everything was going on, and the pimp, say like, yeah, you could be on, stream or YouTube or whatever you want to call it. I wish I can find it. And he was gonna go to the hotel with her, and he didn't because she told the pimp. And if I was him, I wouldn't have went to the hotel neither, because you'd have went in there and they would have tried to rob y'all or something. It was just him and the camera dude. The pimp might show up with a whole bunch of people in the car or whatever, and she can ping the location and all that stuff and get them all robbed. So I thought that was funny. And you was talking about the victim thing, and she was like willing. She was like willing all about it.
A lot of them are. They want to make it seem like these girls are victims. A lot of these girls are knowing what they're doing.
Right.
This is the way they make their living. Hoeing been around for years, and that's what they're doing. Ain't nobody got no gun up to their head making them do something they don't want to do.
She was like a willing participant. She was like, yeah, I hoe.
Hookers at the point all over again.
Yep. So we're going to go to TikToker Kenosha016, KEIOSHA016. She says her husband have to ask her permission to help a woman. Here's the report.
Y'all, I'm in Kroger. And you would not believe the audacity some people have. Me and my husband are in the shopping. My husband, the baby.
You like, oh shit, here come this shit.
Uh-oh, Mr. Baby.
I told her to turn that shit off.
Phil, that man is in a sunken place.
I see. He look like it.
he just living.
There's a lot of suckers out here, man. I wouldn't play that shit.
So you call men that's in a sunken place suckers?
Yep.
he's in the sunken place. I'll let her finish.
We in Kroger shopping. We on the aisle now. I'm looking at stuff, and this woman is with another woman, and she's like, "Sir, excuse me, sir, can you reach this off the top shelf for me? We're short." I look at them. I look at him. He looked at me. He said, "Boo." The fact that he knew he needed permission to help these people, and the fact that they thought they could just ask him and he was gonna move for them. The audacity. Ain't that right, boo? That done tickled my soul. So I say that to say this. If
you need attention, that's why you're saying it. She needs attention.
Are in the store, married or single, by yourself, and you need help, and you notice that the man that you about to ask help from is with a woman, the correct thing to say is,
the ladies, there's two of them. They didn't think nothing about it. They just needed somebody to reach something. He ain't going all the extra mile for anything else. They just needed somebody to reach something. Why wouldn't they have to ask you that so they can ask him? That don't even make any sense.
Man, Shay was talking about this, and she's like, "Well, it is nice that you would ask the girl, can your husband help me get this thing?" I was like, "You crazy?" I said, "If somebody asks me to help, I'm just going to help. I'm not going to look at you. I'm not going to think twice. I'm not sitting there shooting the breeze with her. I'm going to get the shit off the top shelf, hand it to her, and keep it moving."
Right. That's all they asked.
This is goddamn stupid.
Right.
"Excuse me, ma'am, is it okay if your husband can help me get something from the
Oh, because he's a child and he got to ask you permission to do something.
Don't put that man in that weird situation, because my husband's like,
it ain't a weird situation.
He didn't move.
He a sucker. That's why it's a weird situation.
And we both knew what that boo meant. So, but have a good day.
All right, now here she come back with all the comments people been making.
You're digging in her ass.
So, number one, the only thing about the grocery store video that I want to clear up, clarify, whatever the case may be, is when I originally posted the video, I had maybe 75 people looking at me and into my life and what we were doing. That's it, 75 people. And most of those people knew me, so me and my husband, so they know how we are.
Oh, so she's loving it now. You said attention.
They know how I am. So needless to say, they know us in real life, okay? So if I had known that this was going to go viral, get the traction it has gotten, the only thing that I would change about that video is the word permission, because that wasn't the word that I would have used. That was the word that just came to me in the moment. And it was not a big deal. It is what it is. Because he doesn't need my permission to help people. And to reference the point about, oh, those girls must have been prettier than her. Child, don't nobody want your man. Girl, stop, please. Nobody ever said anybody wanted my man. Let's clear that up. Someone else entered into the comments with that, because that never came from me. My point of the video was not to say that I felt intimidated by somebody wanting my man, because that never crossed my mind.
So why did he have to ask you permission to help them?
Yeah, she's an idiot.
And the reason it never crossed my mind is because we don't operate like that. We don't operate in insecurities, because we're very secure in our marriage.
Well, if you're so secure, then why he just can't help the ladies
exactly out? He looked at me and I looked at him and he looked at me. All this bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, just fucking help the lady get her shit and keep it moving.
Yep.
But it's funny how all the comments started just because my husband gave pause to acknowledge my presence when someone else asked him to do something for them. when he was already in the middle of being in the store with his wife and child shopping, already doing stuff for us. So if you are going to interrupt another couple's time.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they didn't interrupt. All he asked him to grab something off the shelf because they couldn't reach it.
The least you can do is acknowledge the people that are there. And that's all I have to say. In addition to, I went from those 75 followers to over 400 now.
Now, that's what she like. That's it right there.
Also, that happened.
That's the point right there. They helped her out with all that attention.
Yep. And my man is a sucker too. Because even if I did that, first of all, I would never be in this situation. But let's just say I did. I would never let her put that shit online and show the world that I'm a sucker.
So, another sports talk here, but this is the 105.3 The Fan in Dallas, Texas. They say Allen Iverson is overrated. I'll listen to them and you can give your opinion.
Not going to do this. And look, I mean, Allen Iverson is he is an all-time great. Also, he is the answer to the question, who ruined the NBA? Who's the most overrated player of all time?
Whoa!
He's the answer to a lot of questions.
Overrated.
And also, who is the biggest heartless jerk in NBA history, apparently, after this story.
Why is Allen Iverson overrated?
Because he wasn't a good basketball player. Like, he just wasn't good. He was a chucker. He was the guy that you hated to see on your team at the pickup game. He has 4 scoring titles.
Kobe Bryant. Was Kobe Bryant a chucker?
Yes. I wouldn't put him in the Iverson category. He's because excuse me, Kobe made the all defensive team like 16 times. So the boy was like a two-way player.
Mm-hmm.
4 of the 10 least efficient scoring titles in NBA history. He was below average in the true shooting percentage on all 4 of them. All 4. He had the least efficient. He had the 4th least efficient. He took 3,300 three-pointers in his career. He shot 31%. You should have been never taking a three-pointer again, ever. Was it bad spacing? No, it wasn't bad. I mean, yes, it was. But Steph Curry and Dame Lillard and all these guys, LeBron, they're all in the bottom 25% of spacing.
Can't compare Steph Curry to Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson wasn't a three-point shooter like that. Like Steph
It don't
Curry.
matter. He's comparing them because they're guards.
Okay, you can compare them because they're guards, but that's 2 different type of guard play.
It don't matter. They're shooters.
Okay.
The difference is 2 of those guys you mentioned can shoot and 1 can't. I had the same conversation with Michael about Iverson. Go ahead.
In their careers, and they seem to do okay.
Oh, man.
But here's little man Allen Iverson that everybody found was cool because he did a nice little press conference where we all hate practice, and he talked about practice, but he ruined the NBA because he brought hero ball to the NBA, and that ended the 90s basketball, which was great and terrible at the same time, and it brought this.
Yeah, Allen Iverson bring hero basketball into the NBA.
Well, he did try to always do it himself instead of using a team around him. And a lot of people say, well, he had no team. No, they always put players around him. And it just never sunk in and fitted because he's one of those guys that got to have the ball a lot and he's shooting. There's one thing if you have the ball a lot, but you're doing a lot of distributing, getting other people involved. But if you got the ball most of the time and you taking all the shots, it's a buzzkill for a team.
Okay, well, is that his fault or is that coaching fault? Because if you giving somebody the keys and you letting them shoot that way, and I guess Brown, I'm just use since they went to the championship with him. I guess Brown had gave him the keys and let him shoot.
Well, this is how he was when he came in the league. That's why he came in as a rookie of the year because he was a shooter. Even if you like when you watched him in college, he was lighting it up. But before he was lighting it up, the center, was it Othello Harrington? He was supposed to be in line to be like the next big man out of Georgetown. But once they grabbed Iverson, he went in a different direction and started using the guard to do all the scoring and shit. And he pretty much phased the center out.
Right. But is that his fault or is that coaching fault?
It's both. It's his game being as fast as he was. He can get to the hole and cross over anybody and get to the hole. So you want him to do that. But as far as like just taking all the shots, that's the downside of it because he wasn't a good shooter.
You can't pin this all on Allen Iverson then.
I said it's a combination of both.
No, I'm talking about them, not you.
Well, it's mostly Iverson because a lot of times the superstars will get a coach fired. If you're a superstar and this is how you play, the coach has got to adjust to that or they get you fired.
Right.
Brand of basketball in, which is awful. I don't know. So yeah, Allen Iverson, overrated.
I hate that I have to agree with Chop on an NBA take. AI is overrated. Now he's a great player, and he was one of the most skilled players of all time. He was not. Like, I mean, in an era where today it's not unusual sometimes to see players who shoot 41% because they chuck up a bunch of threes and stuff like that. From his 26 to 29 season, he was averaging 30 points a game while shooting a flat 40%. A 40% shooter in 2002 was bad.
But that was it.
Yeah. My thing is, like, I liked Iverson. I wasn't a fan of his, but I liked him because he was from the home. You know, he was a Sixer and he was like busting ass. I always cheer for the little dudes. He was a little dude going against the Giants, busting their ass. And like I said, like my favorite player was Isaiah Thomas growing up. You know, because he was a little dude busting fucking big dude's ass.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing I didn't like Iverson, and I try to tell people, I was like, Iverson shoot the ball 30 times to get 30 points. That's so inefficient. You know what I mean? Like you live in like when he hot, it look good. But how often is he hot? You know what I mean?
Right.
He's the one of them guys that started that old, if you off, just keep shooting till you get on. But that should have fucking bury you. I remember when Melo had Denver in the playoffs, and then they picked up Iverson. Iverson was still averaging 26 for Denver, and then they missed the playoffs. So you would think they had a nice little 1-2 punch. Both of them averaging like 26, 27 points a game. That should be a killer 1-2 punch back in the day. And they couldn't do shit together.
No, anybody can see that was a bad matchup because both of those guys want the ball. Unless they invented NBA with two basketballs, then you know that was going to be trouble. No, Melo needs someone to pass to give him the ball. Now he can kick it out and shoot it, but Allen Iverson is not that guy. That's two guys fighting over a basketball. No, it wouldn't work. Like you said, they both won't get their scoring. They both won't get their scoring on, but you're not going to win anything.
Well, I'm not saying win a championship. I'm saying the playoffs. You mean to tell me them two guys as superstars in their prime can't make the playoffs?
No,
that's crazy.
You sure? They sure can't. They both gonna be fighting over the basketball, unless they got two. Unless the NBA have two basketball system, it ain't gonna work.
I remember they had this thing when Iverson came out in the NBA. It was like, do the Sixers draft Iverson or Marbury? And it was like, call this number or something and push 1 for Iverson and 2 for Marbury. Man, I hit that number up so many times trying to get Marbury here.
Oh,
because he was a pass first guy, and that's what I wanted. We already had Stackhouse, so I already knew him and Stack weren't gonna be able to blend. Stackhouse just missed Rookie of the Year, just missed winning the dunk contest, even though I feel like he got robbed on both. But it was like, damn, this dude is a nice little young bull. And then you grab Iverson, that's supposed to be a point guard, and they're supposed to be the backcourt of the future. I don't see it because Iverson is a shooter.
Right.
Like I said, the shit ain't work out.
Yeah. No. Like you said, they should have had a passing point guard. That would have worked with Stackhouse. Stackhouse and Marbury would have worked, but Stackhouse and Iverson, no.
Right. And that's what I was looking at. I knew Iverson was more of the flashier, more popular guy than Marbury. But I just like the fact that Marbury was a pass first guy. You know what I mean? He's going to get you 18 to 20 points, but he's going to pass first.
Yeah, and I'm looking at his stats, and see, you can't really say the 3-point shooting. He didn't really shoot 3 points a lot. His most 3 points he attempted was in his rookie year.
Yeah, but he couldn't shoot.
They all like 2, 3. They didn't shoot 3 points like that back then. It ain't like it is now.
They didn't shoot, but the guys that could shoot did shoot.
My boy LaMelo Ball, boy, he be chucking them things up. And you should be seeing them shots. They doing good too. They coming along well.
I bet you shoot better than Iverson.
They coming along well.
That 40% that Iverson was shooting, I watched the first hand, like watching the Sixers. And I used to be like, oh my God, this guy can't shoot. I love it when he drive. When he drive, he can float it. He can cross you over and lay you up. When he was first came to the league, he was dunking, or he can get fouled. So it was a plus. But him just pulling up shooting, it was like you in trouble.
His career, LaMelo's career is 36.5 3-point percentage. This year is 36%.
What's this year? What do you mean this year?
His career is 36.5. I'm sorry, but this year is 36.
What do you mean this year?
His career is 36.5, but
Right.
this season is.
He ain't
36.
playing this season. What you mean this season?
I said LaMelo Ball.
Oh.
You asked me what was
I thought you
LaMelo
said
Ball
I
said.
thought you said Melo.
No, I
didn't-
said
okay,
LaMelo
okay.
Ball. Be
I thought
chucking
you
them
said
things
Melo.
up. No, I'm sorry.
No,
No,
I heard you say LaMelo when you was talking about him, but then I thought you said Melo when you was talking about the 3-point percentage.
No, I was talking about LaMelo Ball.
Okay. So say it again. You said he 36 for the career?
36.5 for the career and
Mhm.
36.9 this season.
That's good. Those are good numbers.
Mhm.
Because only like great ones are shooting like 40%.
Yeah, and he should have been in a running to be a all-star, but it's kind of hard to be in the Eastern Conference with and being a guard.
There's a lot of
Being an
guards.
all-star,
There's a lot of
yeah.
guards.
So he's going to get phased out, and especially around that when they were doing the voting and all that shit.
Mhm.
That team wasn't doing that well, but the team is playing better now because Miller is healthy, and that guy Knebel, boy, he can shoot. I think he's like top in the league in 3 points made, if I'm not mistaken. But he can shoot. So they got a nice little young team there. All right, you can reach the Judgmentals on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube and like our videos at pnljudgementals. Instagram is the_judgmentals, or you can email us at pnljudgementals@gmail.com. So, all right, Phil.
All right, y'all. Peace out.
On my level, not my Facebook. Comments on my photos, that's why I stay on the low. Most of y'all is associates, so I be on my dolo. Hold up, whoa, hold the phone. You think all I do is rap?